It's the story many of you are talking about today. The top story on the 12 News mobile app and WISN.com. That deadly police shooting in Milwaukee by police from Ohio. 43-year-old Samuel Sharp Jr. died in that shooting. 5 officers from the Columbus Division of Police are now no longer working the RNC convention, but there are growing questions about their actions, particularly the decision to use deadly force. Timothy Dimoff has more than 20 years of law enforcement experience, was a former SWAT officer as well, and delivers expert testimony in use of force cases. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon. I know you've gone through and looked through that video that Columbus Division of Police have shared. For our viewers who have not seen it, we want to play it with the warning that some might find it disturbing. Let's take a look.
A little bit of mix of everything. He's got a knife. Yes, he does.
Hey! 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 Stop! Drop the knife! Drop your knife!
Drop the knife! Please!
Drop your knife! Drop the knife now! Drop it now! On fire! On fire! On fire!
And that is the moment. We've stopped that video at the moment the officers open fire. Walk us through, Timothy, what you see in that video based on your law enforcement experience.
Yeah, what we have here is what we call a use of force continuing, meaning it's starting from a low level and it's escalating, and their officers are looking for the subject with the 2 knives to respond to their actions and to their commands. So you have officers spotting him with 2 knives from a distance. They start to run towards him. He knows and sees them running towards them. And the officers are hoping that he drops the knives, gets on the ground, but at least drops the knives and does not become aggressive. Instead of that happening, the officers pull their guns out. He now knows they got their guns out. They're hoping that now he's convinced that he needs to drop those knives, but instead the subject starts to go towards another subject, an innocent potential victim, with the 2 knives, and the officers don't have the ability to do anything else here to stop him from approaching and potentially striking, stabbing, and killing this other individual. They decide to shoot him, to stop him, and as you can see here, he's going right towards the other innocent subject.
And Timothy, from the time the officers notice the knife, and we hear them say the word "he has a knife," but until the time they fire the first shot, only 14 seconds have passed. There's been a lot of criticism from folks in the community about what officers did and didn't do in that moment. Some suggesting they should have used tasers, they should have tried to de-escalate the situation. But based on your experience and training in law enforcement, what do officers have to do in that short amount of time? What are they working with?
Well, they're working with split-second decisions, but if the subject with the 2 knives would have turned around, came towards the officers, or stood still, wouldn't drop the knives, tasers would have been a good option. But what has happened here, as you see in the video, the person with the 2 knives, turns towards the other subject, and he's starting to go towards that subject with the knives in front of him. And it appears he is going to start to stab or cut that individual. And if the officers don't use firearms to stop him from going towards the other subject, then we have a problem with the second person in the video. Could have got stabbed, could have got killed. And the officers only had a few seconds to neutralize that aggression.
All right, and one final question here, yes or no answer. In your expert opinion, did the officers, in fact, save that other man's life by using deadly force on the man, Samuel Sharp, who had knives?
Unfortunately, they had to shoot him to save the other person. You can see aggressive physical steps, knives out front. He is going to attack the other individual.
Timothy Dimoff, an expert on use of force. Thanks for joining us here with this expert analysis and insight based on your background, Timothy. Have a good one.
Thank you.
No problem.